Today we'll have a look at Padlet. So Padlet happens to be one particular platform which I loved using way back in 2015. I don't use it anymore because there's no need to use it. My teaching strategy and methodology has changed. But how I felt like you could use it, it's not outdated, it's still in and very much interesting and helps in a lot of interaction. So here you log into padlet.com. So this is the spelling for you, Padlet. And I already have an account, so I'll just log in using my account. Okay. So once you use the page or once you open the page, this is how it's going to look. Okay, and we have various options like make a Padlet, join a Padlet, have a gallery, and of course, mine is the basic thing. I'm not going to upgrade. And here, the recent ones, the ones which you have made, the ones that have been shared with you, the ones you have liked, and the archived and new folder, all this information is there. So you can create folders based on kind of topics you are having and then keep a collection. So this basic part is free and you can use it especially at this particular time. I'll show you two samples of what my students had made way back in 2015. So this is group number 21 and section 5. Nikhil Madan has created this group and there are three other students along with him. So I think Nikhil, Nishant, Naman, would be the people over here. Okay, and as you can see, I'll just scroll down because that is the very first post. So here, Naman has, you know, created the first post and he says, "Hi everyone, I'm okay. This is Nikhil, and I would like to tell you about the application." So here he's talking about computational fluid dynamics of air vehicles, and then he posts a PDF and so forth. So basically, as a teacher, you will have to give them an outline or a plan. So I had to, plan and tell them first collect research articles. So I had been using the Zig Zag methodology. It's actually a very simple methodology which motivates reading. So you have three different texts. Okay, so this can actually be used for the primary readers or any level, but again, I complicate things. I have a tendency to complicate things, but for the in a good way. Okay, so I use a simple thing there, and what happens is in the zigzag method, as I was telling you, is if you have three paragraphs, okay, or you just divide the paragraph into one, two, three segments and give it to the students, and they will read only their part. I think I took one passage. It was very interesting. It was about the air crash. Okay, I think MH. I don't remember the number exactly. I'm sorry about it, but it was about the plane crash, and it started with paragraph one was about a beach setting in the night, and it was very beautiful. So that was given to one group of students. The next one was the engine description as such. So that was given to one group of students, and the next one. Another paragraph which dealt with the tragic event, people losing and all that, was collected and given to another group of students. It was so interesting, and I said, now tell me, what are we going to deal about? So those who had the beach, the moonlight and all that, they were, he said, ma'am, it's something romantic and all that. And then I said, no. Then the group which had the engine description, they were talking about, ma'am, it's about the engine, it's about aeroplanes and all that. And I said, no. And then the last group said, ma'am, it's about, people losing, and it's about emotions and all that. And I said, no. And the three groups, they were like looking at each other and saying, wondering, what is it about? So I let the main representatives of it's a huge classroom. What we had actually, I had eight sections with 100 students registered in each section. Okay, so being the coordinator, I had to manage all that. And of course, there were other teachers who were involved in the eight sections, and there were teaching assistants because it's not an easy job. Okay, so here what happened is like these students were totally confused and they were looking at each other and they wanted to know what is this about. So the representatives in each group, they got together and they put all the information together and they said, "Ma'am, this is about the air crash." I said, "Good." But the way it has been narrated, especially in the newspaper, and the kind of information can get people guessing. So I love the zigzag method, it works. And here I was using the zigzag method to bring in an interdisciplinary idea because it was pretty cool for me because I had artificial intelligence and I had something to do with arms and ammunitions, and also by biomimicry. So when these kind of things combined and came, my some of the students also, don't have that particular Padlet link, but the one group of students, they came out with butterflies as far as a biomimicry representation is concerned, and they were using this as a kind of a tool. Okay, where the butterfly could fly and collect information and come from the other thing, so as a spyware for the military they developed it. But again, you remember, like artificial intelligence is a different segment by itself, biomimicry is a different segment by itself, and of course military and all that, and is something by itself. So a combination is something where teams are built and brought in. So this is the kind of idea we started with, like three different ideas come together and give me one new innovative thought. So this is how we started off with, and as you can see, it's just not the PDF. There are discussions. So there, Nishant is asking questions. What is this about? What are you talking about? What is the paper it is, collected about? So three different people reading up on three different information, sharing it, and creating something new was the plan. And here you have the numerical versus analytical versus experimental proof which people are giving here, and videos and other kind of supplementary material, links to articles, everything is being posted. So this is a very neat manner of layout which this group has shown us. The next one is EM waves. So this is a different one where there is, segment 1, segment 2, and segment 3. So here, segment 1 is all about Hari Haran. And then, of course, this one is with Atul. And then you have Harsha. So it's the same kind of a format. So apart from what they collect articles or present videos, they also had to bring in the glossary and all that because we needed a technical vocabulary coming in. And here you can see me there, okay, as a teacher moderating. So here they had to, all these students, it was quite taxing, but anyway, all these students had to include me in their group. So as a teacher, you moderate their entire wall. So here I am telling, oh no, the questionnaire is scattered, please put it, please organize it into one single document and state the purpose of the questionnaire and get basic details like name, age, begin your questionnaire. So here I'm trying to guide them as to how to format their questionnaires to do their research. And here there is a glossary part which was instructed for each student to work on. And here here there is Harsha from making a name of people who have been researching on particular topics and other things. So the variation of the discussion entirely depends upon the group and how they are talking. So here you can see there is diagnosis, there is space, there is discussion about cancer. Okay. And yeah, so this is the kind of questionnaire which he's talking about. So this should be something about technology, health, and here there is about, dual nature of light explained. So different ways, and probably they integrated to get something very nice. So this is about waves and frequencies, and then you have diseases and sicknesses and electromagnetic spectrum and so forth. Okay, so there is yeah, some. Okay, so this is how it goes. And when you begin, so this is, I've given you an idea. Okay, so when you begin, you click with make Padlet. You have the various options of layout you can choose. So if you're talking about history or a process, okay, you can always go into the timeline. Map, if you're teaching geography and other things, it would be really interesting to use the map as your background. You have the back channel, and of course the shelf, which is neat. So every student, the last one which I showed you, the Hariharan group, was shelf. So person one, person two, person three, you will be able to segregate. Grid, it's like arrange contents in box. So you put the image and then you have discussion, discussion, discussion. And then of course stream, the first one, which I showed you, the Naman group, Naman, Nickel, and all that. Canvas, of course, it's interesting by itself. It's scattered and you can connect the content, and you have the wall, which is the basic bulletin format. I like the canvas, so I'll just select the canvas, and we'll see how we can work on the canvas. So here I can select, say, new, and then I can give the description, and of course the icon. If I want, I can include icons. I'm not doing that now. Okay, so students would enjoy all that, and here you have the unique link. So you can copy it to the clipboard and you can pass it on to the students. Of course, I hope you know how to use the thing on WhatsApp. So you can use WhatsApp in your browser. Okay, so you can just use it. I'm not opening my WhatsApp now. Fine. And so you copy it and then you can share it on WhatsApp, or you will have to type the entire thing. Fine. So wall color, if I don't want this, I can always change. I can make it nice. I can use pictures. So it depends. What do you want? Okay, so let's say a geography teacher is teaching. So yeah, so I've got all planets, and this is what I'm going to teach. That is ready. You have your color scheme, you have the font, the comments, and all that. So yeah, comments. Allow viewers to comment and post. Yes, you need this if it has to be interactive. Display author name. Yes, of course, people would love to see their names. You can display, and of course reactions, so grade, star, and like post. Okay, you can. Okay, so vote, you can fix up votes, or you can fix up likes, or grade, or if you want to give, numbers, you can always grade. See, yeah. So this is actually a motivational part, and of course please put a check on that. And then after you have got your basic settings on, click to next, and you're ready to go. So when you're ready to go, you look at this pink circle over here, click on that, and you start adding posts. So I would love to upload something. So I can, yeah, I'll upload Bloom's taxonomy and say, we will we will talk about Bloom's taxonomy. Fine. So I've got this, and I can just doing a double click here, and I can drag it around and place it in any place I want. So people who would love to comment can always comment and say, okay. So a person can ask, okay, what is this about? And of course, the minute somebody comments on it, it will be there. So you can talk about, okay, it's about quality, and it is about evaluation, and it's about assessments. You can give all this information. Another thing is, let's say I want to create another post. Okay, so here I say, let's talk about quality. So I make the post, but then I want to say, okay, why am I making this? So here, if you just take your cruiser, you will have the edit button, you have the delete option, and then you have more actions. So when you click on that, you can change the background, and you can also bring it to the front. So that's how you bring it to the front, or you can send it back. Okay. And so let's say I want to be let it be it. Okay. And then if I want to connect it to another post, okay, so connect to a post. So which post only this is there? So I'll connect it. So that means I'm going to talk about quality related to Bloom's taxonomy. So here, as you see, whatever I do when I connect it to a post, it just remains there. So it's going to be fun, and as you know, I've already shown you. You can insert smileys and talk. You can always comment on it. So maybe like you can start with something, and of course you can also create links, or you can do a search. You can take a image, and you have an entire option. You can see upload picture from your computer. You can link other websites. You can search for images, audios, videos, and immediately put in information, take a snap, put a film, capture with, if it's going to be online, record your voice on the Padlet, and record your screen as well, draw on Doodle, and put locations, link it to one of your other Padlets, and you can do so much more. So up you have different options, and down also you have different options. So let's say I would love to talk about, okay, Google. Okay, I'm going to search for this, and I already have image, so let me look at the kind of videos that is related. Okay, I like this, or maybe this. Okay, so I'll select this, and it is going there. So you can say, okay, watch the video and go ahead and see it. Fine. I will share this link with you, so you can just have an idea about what it is all about. And here, of course, I've done that, I've done this. Okay, I'll share the link with you. And what about the permissions? So I can invite people. Okay, so here I can like, remake, enter full screen, invite people, or share and embed, or I can export it. When you export it, it comes in the form of a PDF, and modify, change, and clear all posts. So this is how it happens. Fine. Go ahead, try this. I'm sure you'd like the Padlet. It's interesting, it's adventurous, and it's very creative. It entirely depends upon the kind of activity. So if you are going to teach a first grader, okay, you can just post a picture like only the alphabet A and say, come on, give me images, collect images and say, what are the other words or what are the other pictures that relate to A? And at once you will have the picture of an apple, an airplane, arm, and whatnot. So there you can, take that, and once you have got all the images and say, okay, fine, now tell me apple. So how does an apple sound? Apple. So A and A are two different sounds. So you can clarify, you can bring in phonetics and just play around. Okay. So I'm talking from the English point of view. Others, you can decide on what you want, and this is also very good for building up stories. So you say, okay, now let's try to build a story. You can say, you can make a statement and say, now the next one, tell me what happens, and then you can just build a story and get a story and get them talking. It's very interactive and students will love it. Okay.